was just like, yeah, okay, this isn't for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Not a surprise. I don't think this is not a movie for us. It's got that whole like you're in a rut, but here's the quirky girl to come and get you out of the rut kind of thing, and just like I don't have negative things to say about it, but I don't really have positive things to say about it either. It's just kind of it's there. I'm glad it'll be on Disney Plus. I'm glad that people will have a chance to watch it. I'm not the target audience.
No, the thing is as well, is because obviously, I mean, I think they do show America's Got Talent here, but obviously I don't have that whole thing of the build up. I don't know this girl from before this thing came up. I'd never heard of her until she'd been announced to be in this show. So I've got no like knowledge of who she is before this, because I know that was a big thing of like a lot of people are excited to see what she's up to because of seeing her on America's Got Talent. So I don't have that interconnection. She's just a random actress that's come up that plays a ukulele. I'll watch it. It should be good. I'm sure it's going to be very. The book apparently is very good. A lot of people are excited about it. But out of that and Timmy Failure, I'm more excited about watching Timmy Failure than Stargo, and that's fine, you know. And I think we'll be saying the kind of similar kind of things about Diary of a Future President later on in the episode. But yeah, spoilers. But yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. But it to me, it's definitely a kind of a Netflix sort of sit back and watch, and that's exactly what these movies are for. They're cheap to make. People like them, and therefore there is an audience, but the audience would not go to the cinema to see this. This would have come out of cinema, and it wouldn't have pulled. I mean, it's that thing of that we've got what 4 Disney Plus movies, or we've got 5 Disney Plus movies like within 5 months now, you know, and it is that kind of thing of like Togo stands above everything else on like a different level, and I'm hoping Stargo and Timmy Failure kind of push that thing up a little bit and where the expectations lie. But Togo I think was so good that I kind of went, it's like, okay, now you've got to be at that level for me to kind of be like, okay, that beat Togo. But Stargo, I don't know, just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, I might be completely wrong when I watch it.
We could be. I will say I did think of a positive thing to say here. It's nice to see Giancarlo Esposito in a positive role for once. He's best known for his parts in Breaking Bad and The Mandalorian. He was the villain at the end of The Mandalorian. So it was nice to see him doing
I thought too.
It's him, yeah. He's Moff Gideon.
Yeah. So that one there. So we're going to do another quick trailer thing. Morpheus, the new Marvel Sony movie. Now, obviously, this is not going to be coming to Disney Plus unless Disney kind of make out some new deals with Sony. But it's a Marvel movie, and it's also managed to kind of connect up with the MCU a little bit, because there was a cameo in it from the Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. And there was a little picture of Spider-Man from the PS4 video game. And it's kind of like, I saw the trailer and it was like, that little connection with it. It's like, well, there is a crossover here with like it being Marvel. And it looked a lot better than I was expecting. I'm really now interested to see where this whole cross-promotion comes in. Are they going to do the Sinister Six movie by doing it this way? Doing Venom, Vulture, doing it that way around?
I kind of hope they don't, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this movie could be the one that turns it around. Obviously, they make a big deal about the fact that they are the studio or the company that brought you Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. And it's like, did you really? But technically they did. So we'll see, because this should be done almost entirely under the Sony banner. It is they're calling it a Marvel movie, but I don't think Marvel has a particularly big creative input into this. So it could turn into like another Venom situation. Now, I know a lot of people did like Venom, you included. I was bored to tears.
I think it was all right.
And but it was on that spectrum again. It was actually a very polarizing movie. I think there were a lot of people who were, no, this was a gigantic mess, and people who were like, it was a lot of fun. And he ate people, which is always a good time. I will say, just like Venom, the cast in this is very good. Jared Leto, he got a little bit of a bad rap for his Joker portrayal in Suicide Squad over on the DC side. Justifiably so, I think. If he hadn't been the Joker, it would have been actually a really good performance, but he's the Joker, their expectations. But you've got other people like Matt Smith, former Doctor Who. J.K. Simmons is rumored to be reprising his J. Jonah Jameson role, which we saw him reprising again in Far From Home. So solid cast. It could be interesting. Part of it will also depend on how much the Vulture plays into it. I suspect not a very big role, but still, they dropped him in the trailer, so who knows?
I think also by dropping him in the trailer, there was that kind of instantly kind of like, this is in the Spider-Man sub-universe of some kind of, don't know. It looks all right. I'm wanting to see where it goes. I remember, for me, Morpheus, the only kind of thing I remember was the animated TV series, which is on Disney Plus, of when I was a kid. The vampire storyline was quite a big part of that animated series. I'd never heard of the character before, and I'll be honest, I don't think I've heard of the character really much since then either. Never seem to kind of pop forward as a main character lately.
They keep trying every once in a while. I know he had a comic series a couple years back. I don't think it last very long, maybe a couple of 6, 12 issues, something like that. They try every once in a while because, vampires don't really go out of fashion as much as we might want them to occasionally. So they try. And he's a vampire character who's both good and bad. You can write him either as a villain or as a hero, depending on what the story requires. So that gives him plenty of range. I want Blade to cameo, honestly.
It's an odd one because the only thing is, what was quite funny was this one. My wife watched the trailer, and I think for a while she did think it was Batman.
I can't actually. I mean, there's a lot of parallels with Morbius. Obviously, his powers are supernatural rather than because he's afraid of bats or whatever. But and Jared Leto, you could definitely go, oh wait, is he the Joker just without makeup? I'm like, kind of. So I don't know.
I think because he's standing there and all the bats are flying around him and he's testing on bats and he's obviously the Joker. There was that kind of part of me that it was like, okay, I see where you're going. That's fair enough. I can see where that one came from. But I thought it looked good. I'm going to wait and see, but that's coming out this summer. Moving on from there, let's now talk a bit about some of the competition for Disney Plus, because a lot of news this week. Apparently, they've hit over 30 million downloads on iTunes and also on Google Play. It's going to be much higher than that, and numbers are going to be good. We should find out some of the numbers in a few weeks when we get the next financial results. But there's been a lot of noise this week because of all of the TCA press event, which includes lots of stuff about the competition. So first off, a little bit about HBO Max. They kind of announced a number of new shows. They announced what they're doing. They're kind of closing down a little bit of their Cinemax and some of the things of how they're doing their originals. All the originals for that Cinemax is disappearing, but they're going to carry on with the channel. They're in this weird bit where they kind of want the traditional television and the new one. There wasn't as much on the HBO side as I was expecting this week. The big one was Comcast kind of announcing a load of details on their new streaming service called Peacock. Now, before we go any further, just want to point something out in this next section. James can't actually discuss this section, so it's just going to be me. So, James, you're there, but unfortunately, I'm the only one that can talk about Peacock. Due to James's work commitments. So I am going to now give you a little bit of detail. So first off, it's going to be coming to Comcast Affinity X1 and Flex customers on April the 15th, before launching in the US on July the 15th. It's going to be putting a lot more pressure, obviously, on Disney and Hulu. I think definitely on the Hulu, because there's going to be a lot of cross things of shows coming across from there. They've got to have an ad-supported version and a non-ad-supported version. If you are a Comcast subscriber, there's 24 million of you, you will get access to it. You get access to the ad version, I think, for free. And then there's also, you can upgrade for $4.99 a month or something like that to get the premium version, which has twice as much hourly content as like, the premium bundle is bundled at no additional cost to the 24 Comcast one. So if you've got Comcast already, you will get the premium version, but you can get the free version, and you can upgrade to the full priced version for like $9.99. So I think very good price, because you are going to get a lot of content. You're going to be getting a lot of TV shows like Law and Order. You're going to be getting Chicago Med. You'll be getting Yellowstone. You'll be getting 2.5 Men. You'll be getting 30 Rock, Frasier, King of Queens, Saturday Night Live, Parks and Recreation, The Office. I know that one's really popular. You're also going to be getting a lot of Peacock originals. They're working on a number of bits and pieces as well. You're going to be getting the late night shows a little bit earlier. You're going to be getting sports, like all the Olympic stuff. You're going to be getting Ryder Cup and Premier League content. You're going to be getting access to the film content from Universal, all of the 2020 movies from Universal, and upcoming movies such as Fast and the Furious 9, Jurassic World 3. You'll be having movies like E.T., Jaws, Despicable Me, Bridesmaids, Back to the Future, The Bourne, and Fast and Furious brands are all going to be on there. There's going to be kids content from DreamWorks, such as Trolls World Tour, The Boss Baby 2. You're going to have new series of things like Curious George. Also interesting here is where you're going to get some new original series called Trollstopia and Madagascar A Little Wild and The Mighty Ones. Interesting as well with that one. That one's also going to be coming to Hulu, those free shows. There was, I think, obviously a little bit of, this is what we're going to see a lot with Hulu and Peacock. There's going to be a lot of cross kind of things because NBC is still technically an owner there. They're going to be bringing news to Peacock as well. Special news from not only NBC but also Sky. And yeah, they really kind of come out the gate really with a very strong offering. The whole thing of offering a free package and different prices and stuff. Very good price. I think a lot better pricing maybe than like HBO Max. I think the free option as well is going to bring a lot of people in. And then you can just upgrade to have the things. They are doing the day after content. They're going to be bringing that in as well. So after it's aired on NBC. The thing is, if you have the free version with the originals, you're only going to have access to select episodes. If you pay the full version, you have all the previous ones. So say, I don't know, whatever one they've got there, maybe they've only got the latest episode and then maybe the last one on there. But I think having the free option, they're still very much wanting advertisers involved. They're not really pushing like how many numbers they're going to get, but I'm going to be honest, the fact that they do like this cheap free option, I think is going to be a lot higher than maybe where their predictions are stating, because you give away something for free or next to free, it's going to bring a lot of people in. But this is all part of the big streaming wars of 2020, because you're going to have Disney on one side, HBO, Comcast, CBS, and Netflix and all the rest of it. Just a lot of different options. Comcast definitely seem to have kind of got their hand in, like, we want to do this, but we're also saying in our system. HBO are doing the same thing with their television network of giving you access to it if you're subscribed through their cable and satellite system. So I think we're just seeing this coming through. So Peacock, going to be US only for a while. I mean, over here in the UK, we've got Now TV, which I think is basically what they're going to be basing a lot of this on. I can't see them rebranding Peacock in other countries because the Peacock doesn't mean anything outside of America because the NBC logo doesn't really get used much out there. It would make more sense to be Universal than anything like that outside of the US. But a lot of competition for Disney Plus. I think this is a lot more competition. To me, it's like more of a competition for Hulu, really, of what they're bringing in. And so I'm going to end a little bit there of the Peacock talk, and then just kind of go into a little bit more general stuff of how I think this could affect Disney Plus going forward. One thing I really did notice from this is this definitely seems to be the idea of a single offering, and HBO Max is doing the same thing, and Amazon and Netflix, whereas Disney have kind of got this dual branded Hulu Disney Plus system. And I think it's that question of, can Disney carry on with that dual system, and does it make sense for them, or are they eventually in a couple of years time going to be like, yeah, we just need the one platform? We're going to have to wait and see. But do you think like that with like Hulu, of how like all of these different companies are going to affect that?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, sorry.